Los Angeles is a city of images. On its freeways and facades, paintings and murals stake claims to history, memory, grief, and sometimes joy. From museum plazas to alleyway canvases, LA's public art maps power who gets seen, who is celebrated, who gets erased, and who fights back with paint. Today we travel through 5 places where Los Angeles' stories are written on walls, or in galleries that study those walls. We'll explore artists, curators, and communities who use art to hold power to account and to imagine something better. The Getty Center sits like a white cathedral above the city, a modern temple to collecting and preservation. Its travertine pavilions, formal gardens, and sculpture-studded terraces make it one of the most visited cultural sites in Southern California. The museum houses European masterpieces, photographs, and a campus that frames art as a civic gift. But the Getty is not just about old masters. The way a place like this curates collections, what's shown, what's emphasized, creates a visual story about cultural value. Here, the architecture itself is curated. Plazas, vistas, and the central garden by Robert Irwin become a public artwork that shapes how visitors experience art. At the Getty, thought is given to how the outdoor sculptures sit in conversation with the city. The Getty's public spaces are an extension of the collection. That conversation between institutional art and public life is central to the work we'll see in neighborhoods across the city. At the Getty, the city looks curated. In other neighborhoods, the city curates itself. Beverly Hills may be synonymous with luxury, but it's also a city with a substantial public art program. Fountains, sculptures, and commissioned works placed in manicured public spaces. The contrast between high commerce and public art raises questions. Who funds these projects? Who are they for? Public art in wealthy enclaves can be designed to beautify and attract tourists, but it also signals civic priorities. The design, placement, and selection process control the visual grammar of a place and who gets a voice in it. Cross the Los Angeles River and you enter pockets of the city whose walls tell intimate, urgent stories. Like Chinatown. Here, murals aren't just decoration. They're memory keepers, scenes of migration, tradition, protest, and survival. Local artists and organizers have used murals to define neighborhood identity in the face of development and displacement. Muralists paint to remember names, faces, and histories that official records ignore. The wall becomes a library for people who don't see themselves in museums. Community murals are often collaborative. They bring elders, youth, business owners, and artists together. That's the power of public art. It's not just made for a passive viewer. It's made by and for the people. Programs like local commissions or community-funded mural projects show how art can be an organizing tool, mobilizing funds, attention, and neighborhood pride. The California African American Museum and Exhibition Park is a crucial site for Black visual culture in Los Angeles. The museum focuses on the histories, stories, and contemporary practices of African Americans in California and the West. It's more than a museum. It's a civic space for cultural memory and new artistic voices. The museum aims to present work that centers the Black experience, from historical narratives to contemporary interventions. The museum also hosts large-scale installations that enter into public conversation. Recent installations and expanded gallery programming at the California African American Museum demonstrate how museums can play a role in amplifying underrepresented voices, and how museum exhibitions and public art often feed into one another. For example, the museum's lobby murals or large-scale works transform museum thresholds into public statements. Museums like the California African American Arts Museum show how institutional spaces, when used deliberately, can be allies to community expression. But it's an ongoing negotiation between curatorial choices, funding, and community expectations. Finally, downtown Los Angeles, especially the Arts District, where mural culture is both a tourist draw and a political canvas. Downtown Los Angeles' walls have hosted local and internationally known street artists, and they speak in a raw, immediate voice, celebratory, elegiac, and sometimes angry. The murals here change often, painted over, restored, or repurposed as the city evolves. Street art is ephemeral by nature. That's part of the language. But the things artists make leave traces, conversations, hashtags, and community reactions. Sometimes, a mural saves a memory. Downtown Los Angeles is where the art of the street meets the market. Galleries, luxury condos, and breweries sit within blocks of politically charged murals. That proximity raises pressing questions. Who benefits when a neighborhood becomes Instagram iconic? But despite commercialization, these walls remain one of the clearest ways Angelenos speak to one another across class and culture. They are public records written in paint. From the Getty's curated terraces to Chinatown's community murals, from Beverly Hills public sculptures to the California African American Museum's powerful gallery statements, to the living canvases of downtown Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a city that writes itself on walls. Public art is both mirror and engine, reflecting what we value and shaping what we become. If you love these walls, support the artists who make them. Attend gallery talks, donate to local mural funds, and when you photograph a mural, ask permission before taking someone's portrait. Public art is public, but the people behind it deserve respect. Los Angeles doesn't just hang its art inside museums. It paints it on the streets, on the walls, on the memory of its people. If this journey through the Getty Center, Beverly Hills, Chinatown, California African American Arts Museum, and downtown Los Angeles showed you how art can hold power, I'd love for you to keep exploring with me. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video with someone who loves art, and check out the playlist linked here for more stories where culture meets power. Every view, every share helps bring these voices and these walls to a wider world. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.